Hello everyone, and I have a massive chess game, one of my favorite chess games of all times, from the Hastings 1895 chess tournament. And this is one of the notable chess games in that chess tournament, and one of the notable chess games of the legend, Harry Nelson Pillsbury. His opponent is Amos. So let's see what happened in this chess game. Harry Nelson Pillsbury, who has the white pieces, starts the game with pushing the d pawn. We have d5, and then c4, e6, knight to c3, so we have queen's gambit declined, bishop to g5, pinning the knight, developing the bishop, Pillsbury pushed the e-pawn, black castled, developing the pieces, rook over fianchetto, the bishop, c takes on d5, knight takes on d5, exchanging the bishops, exchanging the knights, and then developing the bishop by Harry Nelson Pillsbury. Rook over capturing the a-pawn maybe is not a very good idea because the bishop can get trapped after b3. So defending the c-pawn, defending twice. Pushing the e-pawn, Pillsbury is asking a question. He says, what do you want to do with the bishop? Bishop goes back, Pillsbury castled, knight to d7, and then queen to e2, pushing the a-pawn, and then lifting the rook, and then black is pushing the c-pawn. Black realized that the c-pawn is a weakness. Pillsbury is doubling the rook. Rook from f to c1, creating a battery on the c file, and then b5. Well, what is wrong with this picture for black? Actually, it is very obvious that pushing the c-pawn is a must in this position for black, liberating this bishop, because this piece is probably the worst piece of black. This bishop is stuck and doing nothing. So Amos has a passive position, and already we can say that white is better. Now Pillsbury is mobilizing his queen, placing the queen to a more active square. This is looking very aggressive. Doubling the rooks, rook from a to c8. And then Pillsbury pushed the e-pawn e5, and this is liberating the bishop. Pillsbury is targeting the king with the bishop. And then in this position, Amos pushed the c-pawn, but is it too late for Amos? Liberating the bishop. And what would you do in this position if you had the white pieces? Guess the next move of Harry Nelson Pillsbury. Well, this is liberating the bishop for black, but this is actually too late because Harry Nelson Pillsbury has an unstoppable attack, and this was a breathtaking attack by Harry Nelson Pillsbury. He simply sacrificed the bishop, bishop takes on h7. This is the Greek gift. King takes on h7, of course, white is going to be a pawn up. So this is why, capturing the bishop, and then knight check, and we have king to g8, but now rook to h3 by Harry Nelson Pillsbury. Can you see the threat? Well, black saw the threat, so black is immediately defending queen to e8. Well, in this position, let's make a random move. Let's say capturing the pawn. And then sacrificing the rook was the threat, the only move. And then checking the king, only move. Checking the king, only move. And then black is getting checkmated. There is no sensible defense. So this is why rook to h3 is a mating threat by Harry Nelson Pillsbury. So making room for the king, queen to e8, and then queen to h4 by Pillsbury. Again, threatening checkmate, so defending. But this is actually not defending. Can you see how white wins in this position? Pillsbury is checking the king, the only move. And then what would you do? Is it knight goes back? Pillsbury played knight to f6, and this is forking the king and the queen, and there is no defense. So if capturing the knight, queen to h8 is going to be checkmate, or if knight takes knight, queen to h8 is going to be checkmate. So this is why we have moving the king, but this is losing the queen. For not getting checkmated, moving the king, but losing the queen. This is resignable. Black captured the knight, and then queen to g5 check. Well, threatening rook in. Pillsbury played rook in, and black resigned. Actually, what a crushing, devastating defeat for Amos. Well, this was actually one of my favorite chess games from the Hastings chess tournament, and one of the games that I have never forgotten. So let me show you what happens in this position, why blocking with the knight is completely losing. Then we have rook takes rook, rook takes rook, rook takes knight, king takes rook, and then checkmate. Black is getting checkmated and there is no defense. What a game, what a fantastic chess game by Harry Nelson Pillsbury. From start to finish, a very instructive and a beautiful attack by Pillsbury. One of my favorite chess players of all times. So, what do you think about this chess game? I think it was a very exciting chess game by Pillsbury. Amos got completely destroyed. Amos looks like a computer scientist, isn't he? So this chess game happened in 1895. There was no computers back in the day. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. So take care, stay safe, and bye bye.